My boyfriend just died. Do you get that? Maybe if I was f***ing dead, maybe you would care.
What?
Driving home, hope I die and you miss me as much.
What? This video is sponsored by Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
If someone ever tells you how nice they are, just be wary of them. And the following Reddit stories are a prime example of why. Context for this first one, this girl posted a Snapchat that basically says, guacamole is better than sex. And then this lovely gentleman replied, LMAO, so obviously you haven't had sex with the right man. Allow me to change that? Haha, no thanks. I think I'll stick with the guacamole. You are one intriguing woman. You complain about being single, and yet the second a nice man offers you his company, you would rather eat guacamole. This is why you're fat. Interesting. I didn't know complaining put on pounds. I feel like I complain a lot and I'm built like a spaghetti with clothes on. I think that might be the funniest thing I've ever read. It's like you can't grasp the concept of irony. Maybe you're not as nice as you think you are. He says some nice colorful language, proving her point. You would be lucky to have me. You should be grateful I'm even talking to you. You're so right. What was I thinking? I'm being so dumb. You're obviously such a nice, charming guy. When can you come over, sexy? Wait, really? Really? No, I'd rather die alone.
Yeah, not much going on behind those eyes. If they did a study of his brain, it would be a one-page report.
Okay, well, first off, if you're enjoying yourself so far, please gently press the subscribe button. Do not smash it. We don't do that on this channel. Please gently press it. It would mean a lot to me. Secondly, I worry about people like this because he doesn't know how to handle the word no, but the world loves the word no. It loves to tell you no over and over again. The word no is the world's favorite word in the world. You have to get used to it. It's just mostly the thing that you're going to hear the most. I'm just always terrified for these people's day-to-day lives and what it's like because they must crumble at everything. So I worry. Anyway, moving on. Okay, the second one is from the NiceGirls subreddit, which is basically the same thing. This guy bought dinner and flowers after his third date with this girl, and shortly after she texted him about it, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. Hey, I had a really good time tonight. Same. I always have a wonderful time with you. Yeah, dinner was amazing. I just have something to say. Please don't take this the wrong way. What's up? Did you seriously only get me flowers, or is there another surprise or something? What do you mean? Again, dinner was great and I'm not complaining. It's just flowers, really? That's like the most generic female gift possible, lol. Most girls don't care for them outside of the movies. It wouldn't be so bad if you got something else too, but no, just useless flowers.
I can buy myself flowers. Write my name in the sand.
I also got dinner. It was fun. I'm confused. LMAO, dinner was an activity. Flowers are a gift. I'm not complaining about the activity of the evening. I'm complaining about the gift. Not that hard to understand. WTF? Yeah, WTF indeed. I just thought it was a nice gesture along with the dinner. I didn't think it was mandatory. I get you an Iron Man suit as well. Iron Man suit, lol. Oh my god, you're so dramatic. No other guy has treated me like this, and my girlfriends agree I deserve better. I shouldn't settle for a man who won't treat me like the queen I am. Just take this as a kick up the ass to work harder, lol. No guy has ever treated her like this. Like, oh, the harrowing experience of getting flowers and dinner. And then he says, you don't deserve better, you deserve the streets. Good luck in the future, we're done.
Flowers are useless, huh? Flowers and indoor plants were found to have significantly reduced anxiety and even improved long-term memory. Wow, who wrote this? I wonder. Oh, it's a scholarly article from the International Journal of Environmental Research. Illuminating. Scholastic receipts!
Look, I get it. If you don't like flowers, fine. But maybe say something like, hey, just a heads up, you know, I really do appreciate the gesture of you buying flowers and dinner, but I personally am not a big flower fan. Just giving you a heads up for next time. But still, I really appreciate the gesture. I know you're trying to do the right thing. Instead of really flowers, what are we filming? Along Came Polly? More like Along Came Pollen. Get these stupid, beautiful petals out of my sight. It's the tone, saying not that hard to understand. You could have got this message across so much better. Okay, this next one is a two-parter. It has an update and a big one. This woman Had economics class with this guy and it went south quick. Hey, what did I miss in economics? What are you doing right now? Maybe you can come over and I'll show you my notes, winky face. Haha, can you just send them, please? I'm just gonna shoot my shot, lol. You're really pretty and I've had a crush on you forever. Red, seriously, fuck you, you're just another ugly, privileged white bitch. That was fast.
Okay, I'm leaving. No, I can't escape. Where's my scoot?
She said, you legit gave me 1 minute to respond before you sent that. During the time when you were typing that, I was FaceTiming Ashley for advice on if I should come over because I thought you were cute, but didn't want to be a booty call. Boy, the spelling here is incredible. Damn, I'm so sorry for calling you ugly and privileged. I am just so prone to rejection, I could never even imagine a girl liking me back. My last girlfriend used to leave me on red for hours at a time and then call me crazy. I know I'm not perfect, not even close. My heart has been ripped to shreds, spit out, and stomped on. I think I just need a good, wholesome girl like you to put me back together. So what do you say? Come over, I can give you the notes and we can talk. It just really sucks.
God, your backpedaling skills are terrible. Putting a veil over vomit right now.
I don't know. I don't think I could be with a guy whose first reaction is to call me ugly. I'm sorry to hear about your ex, and you'll find a girl someday who will treat you a lot better. See ya in economics. Whatever, fuck you. You asked the stupidest questions in class. You wouldn't be surprised if you didn't get into college next year. I'm going to Penn State. You'll regret this. I just wanted to get in your pants anyways. Joss said you're super easy once you've had a few shots. Joss also said your tits are so small that he would have thought you were a 9-year-old boy. Okay, it's interesting that he's actually aware. And he's admitting that his anger is coming from rejection sensitivity. For a split second, he actually found a little moment of genuine vulnerability. I think that's pretty neat and rare because I feel like dudes who act like this typically are like, you know, like the big roided up alpha male dudes who are like, I don't feel things. I just shot a half gallon of Roy juice into my butt cheek. You know, just that's something we can all agree that is positive that came from this. So just something positive, you know? Wait, you just listened to those first 2 stories and you still are just skipping through life without a home security system? Well, thankfully, this video is sponsored by SimpliSafe.
There's no safe like SimpliSafe!
True story. About a year and a half ago, I think, our next door neighbor was involved in a drive-by shooting. The gunman fired over 60 rounds of shots directly into our next door neighbor's home, about 5 feet away from my car. It's like a next door neighbor, and it was so close that my girlfriend and I thought that our house was getting shot at. It was terrifying. We later found out that the reason for the shooting was because our next door neighbor was not interested in one of the gunmen. We immediately went out and bought a SimpliSafe system, and is this video sponsored? Yes, but we truly do use a SimpliSafe system, and it's just great. Everything comes in one package that you just pick out yourself. Indoor camera, outdoor camera, motion sensors, all of the good stuff. It's easy to set up, but they'll professionally install it for you if you prefer that. You can watch your cameras through the app just in case the sensors detect anything fishy. If you're in a blackout, a backup battery will kick in and your system will protect you for 24 hours. And they have 24/7 live guard protection. So if a wackadoodle ever breaks into your home, the SimpliSafe agents will respond to the motion sensors within 5 seconds and will alert 911 for you. So save 50% on your SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for the professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. Visit simplysafe.com/pointer to customize yours. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. Okay, back to the NiceGirls subreddit. Gave my number to a lady at church that I was told was in charge of coordinating ministry programs and events. I later found out that was a lie and she was not involved in any of that. Oh no. What are your thoughts about being with someone who is cute in a broken kind of way? I'm not really sure I understand what you're talking about, but if you're talking about yourself, I hardly even know you. It's just that I'm cute, but broken. I'll have to take your word for it, but I really don't understand what that means and hardly know you. Okay, what are your thoughts on tattoos? I have 6 and wanted more. Hee hee. I don't care for tattoos. Well, I don't care what you think about them. It's not a problem of salvation, so I'm getting more. I never said it was. I just don't like them. Well, I don't need your approval. I'm getting more tattoos. And then he just... Because what do you do with this? Quit being so intense. You're taking your faith too seriously. Nobody is going to like you because of that. Hello? Talk to me? To think I was going to sleep with you, but you up and ghosted me. Piece of crap. No woman will ever love you like I would have. Whatever. I'm gonna have to ask you to not message me anymore. Thanks. Whatever. Leave. and said a lot of really mean things and said you should hang yourself.
Okay, we're going old school, all right? A good old-fashioned bar soap. It's actually, can we ship this? I don't want to communicate with her.
Okay, well, I'm just going to continue being positive. I think it's really impressive that she just speed ran through an entire toxic relationship in a matter of minutes. Usually, these talking points are spread out incrementally over a span of several years, and they're nestled in between hours and hours and hours of just normal conversation. This lady gave him the cliff notes. She let him know immediately who she is. I think that's just honestly really beautiful. I think that's really selfless of her. Very good work. Okay, here's a gold star. You can stick it on your forehead or something.
God, why did I do that?
This next one is a screenshot between two friends after one of them went on a date, so it's not actually the actual back and forth between the guy and the girl who went on the date. It's just between friends. Okay, the world is full of shit people, lol. What do you mean? I'm drunk and angry, lol. Worst date ever. Remind me in the morning to stop dating, that would be awesome. What happened? He tried to guilt me for not going over to his house after our date. Told me everything I wanted to hear, pretended to want the same things, talk the talk. When it came down to it, he was like, so do you want to come over? And I was like, well, it's getting late. I work tomorrow, but I'd like to see you again if you're up for it. And he was like, so that's it? Wined and dined and you won't come over?
If you just whined and dined, then why are you still whining, dude?
And I was like, well, this is our first date. And I said, I'd like to see you again. And he was like, is that what you thought this was? I was so caught off guard. I said, you literally called me and asked me if I'd like to go on a date with you. Those were your words. And he was like, you really knew what this was though. And I said, I literally thought this was a date because you asked me on one and I had a good time up until now. And he was like, so you're really not going to come over? And I was like, we talked about taking things slow and we agreed we wanted to see where things were going to go and see if there was potential in actually dating each other after our many talks about what we wanted. He looked me dead in the eyes and said, I did all of this because I wanted to be a decent guy. I only wanted one thing from you. Looks like I'm not about to get it.
God, quit talking. This is like watching a car crash. This is vernacular manslaughter.
Okay, how do we find something positive with this one? Just, well, he was trying to be a decent guy, you know. He said that. That's an admirable goal. He didn't achieve it, but that's where his heart was, allegedly. I think that's just great. I think that's really good. Okay, a Facebook friend had her BF pass away recently, and she shared this experience from a nice guy. Hey, call me if you need anything, please. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Anything at all, even if you just want someone to talk to. Please just know all the BS that we have been through, I will never love the way I loved you. He's challenging himself. Interesting play. Let's see how it works out for him. Really not in the mood for this. Okay, sorry for being in love with you. Glad you look at me as such a piece of shit when you were my life. Don't worry, we'll never text you again. Fucking stop or I'm blocking your number. My boyfriend just died. Do you get that? Bye. Maybe if I was fucking dead, maybe you would care. Driving home, hope I die and you miss me as much. Yeah, a part of me feels for people like this because their home life clearly was not good. At the very least, their family just didn't give them the love and affection that they needed, and no one paid the price for it, and they need somebody to blame, so they look for someone to blame. And it's easier to point the blame at somebody that you're trying to date than to be like, the person that I love most in this world rejected me and didn't suffer any consequences from it. And I don't know how to process that. So instead, I'm going to release this by giving it to a stranger. But of course, you know, I have the other part of me. And that other part is like, you guys are adults. You guys are grown adults. You know, you shouldn't be talking to people like that. All right, I've actually got more Reddit stories for you. You just have to click the little box in the top left-hand corner to hear them. This is what happens when the Am I the Asshole subreddit goes way too far. All right, that's my time. Toodles.